I wanted to go over a couple of things on the inside of the car, like a startup procedure, etc. The car has an electric fuel pump, and so turning the ignition on, it will pump the fuel into the carburetor. So when you want to start the car, first thing you do is put the ignition on and wait a minute. And then a couple of pumps and hit the key. I'm going to shut this down. So a couple things. It's, I don't know, what's the word, cold-blooded? I start it and warm it up until the temperature gauge is about 150 or so before I drive, because the choke probably should be adjusted a little more on the choke side. However, it starts really good this way, and when I had it adjusted the other way, it would smell like fuel, like gas, a little bit when I would drive it. I think it was just getting choked too much. And so I adjusted it to where I think it should be. Maybe you can tool around with it a little bit, but I didn't mind hanging out and just, feathering the gas a little bit till it warmed up, and then it would be fine. Down here, there are 3 switches. The right one is the fans. I'll put them up so you can hear them. So there's 2 cooling fans up there. Now they will come on by thermostat. However, I like to put them on when I hit a temperature of 150 when I'm warming up. At that point, it just seems to run it cooler in the hot summer down here in Florida if I keep the fans on before it reaches 180. And then it'll run at 180 all day long, so it's fine. But you just gotta, keep it cool. I'm gonna turn that one off. The next one is the backup camera, and it's fussy. The switch for it is linkage is kind of weird. It's new, but you really got to kind of ram it in and then wait, and there it goes again. It takes a minute or two to get it to work. There it is. Okay, so it's just the switch down there is probably a little needs a little bit of an adjustment. It's right on the transmission. It's a brand new switch, brand new linkage to it, but sometimes I got to really just tap that up into reverse to get it to work, and you can see it works fine. The third one over to the left is nothing. That's available. So radio is fine. It's got an amp in the back. In here I got a bunch of stuff for the car. You'll see little things that I've been purchasing along the way, little stuff, but there's also a remote for that radio. And there is an amp back there. I don't know if you saw that. But it plays nice music. You got to play around with it a little bit to get to know the radio. And it's got a CD player, and there, like I say, there is a remote to it as well. I never used the remote, but it's in there, and I also put a new battery there for it. Let me turn this off. So I hope that's enough for you. I don't know if there's anything else really crazy other than like I said, the dash lights seem to have just recently dimmed out. I don't know. Could just be a fuse. I'm not sure. But either way, I did buy new bulbs for that. I just didn't feel like taking the dash out and putting them in. So maybe something you can have somebody do. I got them there. Also, I have replacement bulbs for lots of things, and they're in there as well.